I don't know what's going on here, man. Are we watching the death of the dynasty? Is this what is happening in real time? And I hate saying that because we're only 18 games in, and this thing can flip. It can flip. You get 20 apiece from Wiggins, Steph, and Klay.
Was it January 1, 2011?
January 1, 2011.
All right.
New Year's Day. Steph had his first double-double of the season. He had double-digit rebounds, 10 rebounds. Wiggins had a double-double, 29 points, 10 rebounds.
Oh, boy.
Klay Thompson had 9 rebounds and 20 points. And you lose that game.
All right.
It's only the second time since 1999 and 2000 that they lose a game after leading by 24 or more. January 6, 2017, they led Memphis by 24 and lost by 9 in overtime. This was the second game of the season, decided by 1 point against the Kings, of course. And so they still lead the regular season series against the Kings 2-1. But boy, Sacramento partied like they won the NBA Finals. They lit the beam. Kenny Caraway's putting us in the Sacramento Splash videos. Kyle Draper's laughing in the video. They are fat and happy in Sacramento right now.
Well, congratulations.
And you know what? It makes me freaking sick.
Well, they earned it. 2011, January 1. Warriors lose to the Miami Heat, 107-114. The big three on one side with Zydrunas Ilgauskas in the middle. Christian Arroyo, remember him? Puerto Rico, when they beat the Dream Team. All right, and then guess who your leading scorer was for the Warriors?
Steph Curry?
No.
Monte Ellis?
No, close, no.
Corey McGetty.
Darrell Wright.
D. Wright?
30 points.
Oh, my
that's
gosh.
a name.
Shout out D. Wright.
Listen to this starting lineup. D. Lee,
God.
Vladimir Radmanovich. Remember him?
Number 77?
Yes.
Seattle Supersonics?
Yes. And let me give you a name.
He had an ugly shot.
Oh, my God. Let me give you a name that
I should be the one
Warrior
talking.
fans loved this guy. Lou Amundsen.
Oh, my God.
Remember him?
Oh, I do.
Remember him?
He kind of like had the little man bun almost.
Yes, he did have a man bun.
Yeah.
And then you had AC Law.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, there's just so many names. Brandon Wright didn't play in the game. Ekpe Udo.
FK Udo out of Baylor.
I mean, just so many names.
FK Udo out of Baylor.
Dan Kitsurek.
Dan Kitsurek.
I mean, this team.
Hey, Dan Kitsurek was a baller at UCLA.
He was.
Wow, they blew a 21. Oh my gosh, they blew a 20-point lead that game. Unbelievable.
Monte played 47 minutes. He was 7 of 16, 25 points in the game.
7 assists.
Yeah, look at you looking at the same box score.
I'm looking
That's
right
how
now.
long it's been.
Rodney Carty from Memphis, University of Memphis. Rodney Carty.
Doesn't that, like, it has been 12 years. 12 years. 13, whatever.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, 12, 13 years.
Whatever.
I mean,
it's been a long time.
But you know what, like, honestly,
it's been a long time.
Can we just have a conversation about the core? It's a little foolish. It's a little foolish of all of us to have thought, myself included, that they all three would age gracefully simultaneously. And I don't know if everyone believed that or some version of that, but like, that's not how it works.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's not how it works.
This is why, Shasky, we wanted this 2-timeline thing to work so bad. And you had a bucket getter and a guy who could blow by his man in Jordan Poole. And you had William Wiseman, may not be an NBA player. It just may be a bad pick.
Mm-hmm.
But this is why you had hope for Kuminga and Moody to play, because you thought, okay, you have this infusion of youth and athleticism that could help catapult the core into yesteryear, right? They could extend their careers. You know, Jordan Poole could extend a career. Now, Jordan Poole, I get that he's playing goofy in Washington and he's not a cornerstone type of player. But damn, people forget how good he was during that championship season. And it all changed off one right hand. Well, it all changed.
You know,
and so I'm sorry. It has to be said.
No, I know, but like that's where like, and I keep coming back to like the Eddie D Niners, and then you contrast it like getting rid of someone a little early rather than late versus the Forever Giant mantra where we keep everyone no matter what. The Giant side, it ended ugly for Craw, Belt, Lincecum, Kane.
Yeah.
Posey had the great year to end it. But
yep.
Remember, there were like three bad
subpar years
for his standards.
The hip,
yes,
the power,
right?
You know, the average, everything dipped.
Forever Giants ended ugly. Now, on the Niners side, I know Joe Montana went on to have some success with the Chiefs. He missed 2 full seasons, and he wasn't the same guy.
And Steve Young
Jerry
played at a high
Rice
level.
was really the only guy who sustained excellence throughout the entirety of his career. Dwight Clark, it ended with a thud. It ended with a thud. Ronnie Lott, was still a good player, went to the Raiders and then eventually the Jets. Roger Craig was never the same.
He was never the same in Minnesota, never the same with the Raiders.
Now, football's different. I get that. But my point being is that if you look at it, Steph is the Jerry Rice. He's the outlier.
No doubt.
We should have expected these other guys to depreciate more.
Well, especially
it sounds
Klay,
mean out.
And Klay, look, the fact that Klay helped you win the 4th championship
was a miracle.
It's a miracle because of those injuries. And you knew he wasn't going to be the same. Draymond Green, you thought he aged gracefully, but, when you think about the track record, and I'm not saying I know what Draymond provides in terms of value and his defensive leadership and all that stuff, but, yeah, I almost slipped. But when you think about leadership and you think about being a good teammate, you can't say you're a good teammate or you're trying to be a good teammate when the things continue to happen in terms of getting technicals, ejections, the barking. That's not good leadership. That's not good teammates. How is that setting a good example for Moses Moody?
It's not.
And Jonathan Kuminga.
Or
I think
the
biggest impact on Moses Moody this season, I believe, has been Chris Paul. Chris Paul has been a godsend. I know. It's been a total professional.
And those guys, like the young guys, real quick, we're supposed to be fountains of youth for these guys. Because when I look at what LeBron James did with Anthony Davis, obviously acquiring a superstar younger was supposed to be the fountain of youth for him to extend his excellence into his twilight years. And it kind of has made him a better version, even though Anthony Davis isn't always, not that those guys were going to be Anthony Davis, but Kawhi Leonard extended the primes of Tony Parker and Tim Duncan and those guys. And they haven't done any of those things.
No. And so I want to play this cut from Justin Termini and Eddie Johnson. Then I want to get to the Lions because the Lions are jacked up.
Well,
Philmo Mike. You know what? Let's get Philmo Mike before we play the sound real quick because I want to tie a ball in this Draymond Green situation. Philmo Mike, what's happening, man? You've been on hold for a while. Thanks for waiting on hold. Appreciate you, man.
No, it's good. It's crazy, man. First of all, De'Aaron Fox is a problem. Let's just start there. That guy is incredible. The Warriors, though, stop fouling. They need to stop fouling. And a lot of times, it's not even that they foul. Like it's stupid fouls. Yep. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you fouling and you're in that position? Yep. You don't need to foul. Just let the guy score. Hopefully he missed the layup. With that being said, and Draymond is right about this, Shasky. You ref the game. You just ref the game. They need to stop trying to interject what he used to do. If it's a foul, it's a foul. If it's not a foul, it's not a foul. Example one, when Herter got called they called Draymond for a foul only based on reputation.
Yep.
2-3 seconds later after the Warriors had the ball. Like, what the hell is that? And the refs were horrible last night. They were just atrocious.
I thought they were bad on both sides.
But you know what, Philmo?
They're bad. But the thing is,
they're bad every night. Every night the NBA, they're bad.
But the thing is, touch fouls were getting called on the Warriors, and then Looney got raked across the arm, no foul call.
Yeah.
And as you get older, I hate to say this, the Warriors are good closers, and to be honest, they've been mediocre at closing the last 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
Just to be honest, a lot of games I'm like, why are we losing this game when we should have won? The legs are not there. When you get older, somebody said this. When you get older, you play good in the first half, the second half, you may not have it. And then two last points. I'm sorry I'm rambling, I know.
No, you're good.
The vets made the turnovers.
Yes.
Not the youngsters.
Yes.
The vets, Steph, Klay, Dre, they made the turnovers. And the two things, one more thing. Moody getting yanked. I'm like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Kerr, as a former player, a former shooter, the rhythm of the game, like you play a pickup ball, one person make the shot, the other dude come back down, he make the shot. Others, Moody came back down, okay, we balling now, he make the shot. You yank the player, you step off the court when you playing pickup ball. Come on, Kerr.
I totally agree.
Why would it shoot? Why? Take out Klay, don't take out Wiggins.
I totally agree, Philmo. Thanks for the call. And
that's how everyone felt.
I'm going to put you on the spot. If you could find, and it happened, I think it happened during training camp. May have been Anthony Slater. And Anthony Slater, by the way, is going to join us at 8 o'clock. I can't wait to talk to Anthony Slater. Cannot wait. We got Howard Eskin at 8:30. We'll pivot to the Eagles-Niners. But honestly, I don't even care about Sunday's game right now because of what happened last night.
I know.
I don't even care about Sunday's game right now.
I can't even think about it.
It's a regular season game. I get it. It's a rematch of the NFC title game. I don't even care right now about the damn Eagles and Niners because of what happened last night in Sacramento. But it's a cut. Steve Kerr talked about, hey, the final lineup. Somebody asked him a question, who's going to be your final five? And Steve Kerr said, well, we're going to play that by feel, game flow, or whatnot. And we're noticing in the game flow, it's still reverted back to the vets. And Phil Mike brought up the turnovers by the veterans last night.
It was so bad.
You know, a lot of people came down our road last year, Shasky. Remember that 5-game road trip?
Yeah.
They went to Charlotte and Detroit and Orlando and Miami
Banner road
and New
trip.
Orleans.
Yeah.
The veterans blew a lot of those
All
games
of
down the
those
stretch.
games. No, all of those
And
games.
the youngsters got blamed for it.
Wiseman's 4 seconds on the floor.
Right.
It was his freezing that they
They
lost.
scored
again.
3 points or 2 points in the last 5 minutes against Miami.
But execution down. See, like, okay, final 6 minutes of an NBA game.
Yep.
How you execute on both ends is going to determine if you're going to win or not.
Yep.
Right? Like, what was the greatest thing in sports for a long period of time? Wow, the Warriors are chasing 5 points with 5 minutes to go.
Yep.
How are they going to explode on this team and go nuclear? They just don't have that in the bag anymore.
No, they don't.
They just don't.
They don't.
And his point about maintaining, leads and, they should be up by more. Last night, everyone was saying the same thing. Oh, no, they cut it to single digits right before the end of the third quarter.
Oh,
and you could feel it. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, it was coming. It was coming.
They had no counterpunch.
Sacky called it. Sacky called it the second quarter. They're going to come back. Before you play that cut,
so the one I didn't find the one you were referring to, but Steve Kerr did mention the closing lineup. This was after the Nuggets loss, when they lost 108-105 to the Denver Nuggets, and he did talk about the closing lineup. But go ahead. Do you have something?
No, go ahead. Play that.
Okay.
Play it.
Yeah, the choices are difficult. We got a lot of guys playing well, and so we closed based on matchups and based on how we thought the game was going, and had a few looks at the basket that didn't go, but I thought the group that was out there did a good job.
Well, and so what's interesting is, like, last night, I think GP2 is playing down the stretch because of how well he was playing that game, but he's unavailable. I think CP3 might be playing down the stretch, but he's unavailable. So, Kurt, you have to go with form. And this is where my biggest problem with, like, the in-game coaching. Watch the game and the flow of where things are going. There wasn't a second guy complimenting Curry in the second half. You needed somebody to knock down shots. And Moody wasn't just hitting. He was nothing but net.
Nothing but net. He wasn't touching the rim.
He couldn't wait to get the ball.
He wasn't touching the rim. He stays ready.
He even hit the 2 shots when the ball was whistled.
I know. They called the bogus call.
Oh, it was a terrible call.
The bogus call on Wiggins, and they had to overturn it, and the ball was in the air. Should have counted. So I don't even know if the referees know the rules these days.